I think it's pretty safe to say that by far, one of the big exciting elements of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker has all to do with the interactions between both Rey and Kylo Ren, and to see exactly how that's all going to unfold, from start to finish of the plot of this movie, to see exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to handle all of this, to end the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film will really be powered by Jedi, Sith, and Force lore to really evolve the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren throughout the story from start to finish. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's said that Rey is meditating inside of a cave that is said to be full of crystals, where she has her eyes closed and is tinkering with the pieces of her lightsaber, where it's said that eventually Kylo Ren interrupts her training, where their Force bonds begin to return. It's described that this is where Kylo and Rey share their philosophies of the dark and the light sides of the Force, where Rey eventually reveals a big secret and discovery of his grandfather, Darth Vader. Now, it's explained that Rey reveals to Kylo Ren that during her time in the Lost City, she discovered Vader had left behind a map to all of the dark temples scattered throughout the galaxy that is said to initiate the path to the very center of the Beyond. It's explained that Kylo is in need of this device that allows Rey to explore the dark temples, to find the Beyond before Kylo does, and that this is crucial to Kylo obtaining the rest of Vader's legacy, and that he wants it. The device is said to be in the shape of an octagon that glows in a blue hue, where the shape of the device actually shapeshifts as it gets closer to the dark temples. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a film that's going to introduce all types of Jedi, Sith, and Force lore that's really going to be used as character development for the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren in this story. And what I like so much about this is that this, of course, connects to what we heard about months ago, that J.J. Abrams is using The Rise of Skywalker as a foundation to create new Star Wars lore, as well as building towards something larger in the Skywalker saga and in the Star Wars franchise in general. So, moving on forward, both Rey and Kylo Ren are said to initiate another Force Bond sequence, where Kylo is said to interrupt Rey's Jedi training. Now, Force Bonds were a thing that were fully embraced by Rian Johnson. He is the one who introduced that in The Last Jedi. A lot of people liked it or disliked it, and now going into Episode 9, it is returning in different ways. Now, in this particular scenario, it's basically the same way that Rian Johnson did it in The Last Jedi, and in this exact moment, this is where Rey is said to unveil that during her time in the Lost City, she actually discovered a hidden Sith relic that Darth Vader left behind many years ago before his death, and that is, of course, a device that is actually said to hold connections to the Dark Temples, which hence, once activated, are said to lead to the Beyond itself, to the very center of the Beyond, which is said to hold the origins of the galaxy overall. Now, Kylo Ren wants this device, and this device is said to be in the shape of an octagon that glows in a blue hue and actually shapeshifts. The actual shape of this device changes as it gets near a dark temple. Now, we saw something very similar in Star Wars Legends, and you can really see how they're trying to really cherry pick from that material by JJ into the Disney canon version of the Star Wars franchise. So, when we look at Darth Vader, we do know that they will be using him as a figurative ghost mostly, and using his legacy to really move the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren forward throughout this story. In fact, Vader's legacy really is going to be the core of the plot of Episode 9, and exactly how Rey, Kylo, and Palpatine all meet together at a certain point in time in the third act of Episode 9. So, like I've always said before in the past, this all has to do with George Lucas. In case you guys did not know, a lot of the rewrites took place during the months of November and December of 2018, and during that time, George Lucas actually wanted to introduce Vader's legacy as a way to advance the plot between both Rey and Kylo Ren, where they will eventually meet Palpatine. Now, the Dark Temples, we actually learned a lot about them in Star Wars Legends. They were deeply explored in the expanded universe after the original trilogy, and now, from what it seems, is that they're trying to do the same exact thing here, with, of course, Fallen Order, the new video game coming out, and new Star Wars lore that's going to be introduced in The Rise of Skywalker, and that will eventually be expanded on in the forms of books, novels, comics, you name it. So you can really see how ambitious JJ really is when it comes down to the lore of things, and how he's really trying to stay true to the mythology of Star Wars, everything related to Jedi, Sith, and Force lore, and how that's really going to evolve both Kylo Ren and Rey in Episode 9. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.